It's another awesome day, and of course a great morning and a great look out to everybody that's joined in right about now, and of course watching this particular show called The Lounge. And of course I am your host, Professor Lance, together with my day one homie brother Najanki. Hey, which one? Suspect?
I'm not saying anything. I don't want to argue with you this morning.
All right, so talking about typical PMC, yeah, I've got something against him. Wanted to talk about it, but since I'm to Kanak and yeah, we'll leave it like that. And of course, it's a Friday, and you already know why it is, as we get to give you nothing but the very best of that particular entertainment news on this particular show, because we believe in promoting our very own. Local is Laka, and Laka is local. Therefore, we talk about the Zambian entertainment news, and of course, having exclusive interviews with our very own, and not forgetting also we get to have an up close with them, get to follow them on what they do, what they're eating, and of course what they're thinking, what's their next project as far as entertaining you is concerned. Not only talking about musicians, but we talk about artists, the pen artists, those people that make things, the people that draw, and of course talking about movies, actors, actresses, and of course Cry of a Mother still continues as Sulu and the partner Ignatius are still going around trying to make sure that word is spread on the launch of that particular movie, and of course trying to woo in participants, or let me say people that come on board and sponsor this particular movie. So it's our very own, very excited about it, just like we were excited about the other movie. And this particular one also, it gets to feature Nigerian icons, talking about Mama G. Yeah, so you gotta look out for this particular movie. Good morning.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Not so bad, how are you?
Seems like someone today has a lot of energy to talk a lot, so I was just trying to leave everything and just trying to watch a bit about that. But yeah, like you said earlier on right there as well, that you need to stick around for a whole lot of entertainment news, what's been happening this week. I'm super excited. Current brand new singles which have dropped. Not forgetting, super excited as well. Different sides, so I've been seeing different male artists making it big as far as international is concerned. Now, we're talking about females. The Vows making the news and trending right about now. They're being talked about on the international level. So, something that you need to look out for, and it's not one thing that you expect to happen on an everyday, like, boom. We're talking about none other than Voice of Africa, talking
Voice
about
of
them
Africa.
right there.
Yeah, and of course, not only The Vows making news as being talked about on the international scene. Shadaya had an interview. South Africa.
I saw that. Women representing. Women representing. Someone's like, what's up? Why? This is why. Now I get the point, huh? I get the point now, huh?
No, don't put me in that.
No, I get the point. You know, I didn't say anything, but if Shadaya, she's watching right about now, she...
I know where you're going with this. Not only Shadaya.
You are kidding on me.
So today it's now on me, just because I've been talking about your Chilanga Muliro, you know, deco arts printing your cards.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Don't worry. Shadaya, please.
What?
I'll be the best man.
So
yeah, so what?
No, but tell me, for your Chilanga Muliro, you are my best man, but for your Chilanga Muliro, I'm Vashibu Kombi. Yeah, so
it's all good. But don't take him serious though.
And they shouldn't take you seriously. So apart from Shadaya and Devows, also Katie, Miss Katie, she was in South Africa as well for an interview, and she's making a cover of what's that magazine?
Let's try to research.
Yeah, so she's the cover face of a certain magazine right in South Africa. So not only Shadaya or the Devours making news on the international scene, but also our very own Miss Katie Katongo. Yeah. She's also making international debuts, international scenes. Just last week, she was also in Tanzania for a radio show. So wow, we're going places.
Yeah. Truth be told, the other day I was telling someone saying, my generation is so blessed that this is now when I was just checking out some other songs. I'm not trying to say that they were not doing the right thing, but I was trying to watch some grass band, a beat, songs like Kula Omone, then I'm looking on how far we've moved as far as music is concerned, and now having that opportunity to be showcasing our stuff on Trace Africa, on Channel O. You know, I was listening to one song by Alpha Romeo, an old song where I was rapping saying, it's just a rumor. Now that video Channel O, it's just a rumor. Now it's no longer a rumor. Now it's something that we're putting into action, saying, okay, these things are happening. And our very own artists now are trending and getting the #1 spot like Chanambao on Trans Africa as well. So it's something big, and I feel like our generation, if we just work hard and we show love too much, we are going places, and not just a few artists, but I'm seeing more artists just make sure that they get to represent more. The other day, King Illis shared saying his video showing on Trace, something big as well. So more artists need to make sure that they get to showcase and push their music. I know we have what it takes as well to get to be there and go places as well. Yeah,
definitely, and of course, a great lookout to you, DJ Cuts.
Whoa!
He's watching Rabba now, so a great lookout to you.
I saw someone bragging. I don't know if it's bragging or it's whatever way I can call it though. But congrats to you, brother man, being the official DJ for Upper Iliso. I checked out that on WhatsApp, and I was like super excited, saying, okay, the brother man is working and putting in a whole lot of work, and the only thing we can say is that all the best. And we're looking forward to more, because if you mix a wrong song, we're still going to be reporting about you. As much as we congratulate you.
We're going to be talking about that. And, you know, him being the official DJ for Upper Iliso, I wonder how he's going to work out his schedule, because, you know, shows happen on the weekends, and his workplace, he works on the weekend. So, Kayandana Zambolizida Jcash, Jaina Show Jcash. We get to wonder how he's going to do about it. So, but anyway, apart from that, also a great lookout and shout out to everybody who is watching the lounge right about now. We really appreciate your love. We really appreciate your support, because without you, we are nothing. And therefore, we always make sure that we keep you super interactive with us via the numbers 0974 999 0974 999 You can send in your comments or what you think about the stories that we talk about on this particular show. And not forgetting, you can also get in touch with us via our Facebook page, which is The Lounge. Make sure that you go on Facebook, like it. Let's get talking and interactive right there. Before we start with our rumors, before we go that, PMC, what do we have?
All right, so what we have is we're talking about your thoughts, rather, our topic of discussion, and we're trying to find out from you as well. I'm pretty sure if you are a huge fan of My Diary, and you've been following My Diary Part 1, Part 2, until now we are on My Diary Part 7.
Part 7.
So KB Killer Beats brings out different artists, come all together, they get to bring out the truth, which at the end of the day cause commotion. People get to talk about it on different aspects right there. But let's get to talk about that on the other side. But for now, let's dive into our motivation for this morning on the other side. Let's get to break it down as our topic of discussion right here on The Lounge.
Somewhere in the world one day, there were two frogs. These frogs were best friends, like brothers. One was fat, the other one was thin. But they got along well, nevertheless. Always looking for trouble and adventure, they were hopping around the countryside when suddenly they saw a farmer leave a bucket in front of a stable. Curious as those two were, they went over to see what was in the bucket. Because the bucket was too big, they couldn't see what was inside, and so they just jumped in. The bucket was filled with milk, but they couldn't get out as the sides were too slippery. So they were just swimming around. They swam and they swam, but still couldn't get out. After 1 hour, the fat frog said to his thin friend frog, "Brother Frog, there's no use paddling any longer. We're just going to drown. We will die. It is inevitable. So we might as well give up. There is no point. No one will come and save us. Nor will we turn into butterflies and fly away. We are doomed." But his friend replied, "Hold on, Brother Fat Frog. Keep paddling. Somebody will get us out, eventually. As long as we don't give up, we won't drown and we can't die." And so they continued paddling for hours. As the sun started to go down, the fat frog said, "I can't go on any longer. There is no sense in doing it because we are going to drown anyway. What's the use? I have given up already." And the fat frog stopped swimming. He gave up, and he drowned in the milk, and he died. The skinny frog was devastated that he had lost his best friend since pond days, and couldn't hold back his tears. But more determined than ever, he started paddling even faster and faster to numb the pain. Suddenly, at around midnight, he noticed that he had turned the milk into butter because he had been paddling for so long, and so he was able to jump out of the bucket. He let out a joyous yell and jumped back into the woods. He was alive. He had made it. But he was also sad because he lost his best friend. He knew that he hadn't been able to help his fat friend. Because once his friend had made the decision to give up, he was doomed. You see, we never lose as long as we don't give up. Years later, he married a frog lady and had lots of frog sons. He named them all after his fat frog friend to keep his memory alive and because he missed him so dearly. And every night he would tell his frog children the story of the fat frog who gave up, so that they would never give up in life. See, life is hard, but you have to be harder and smart. Always be grateful for what you have and never give up. Because as long as you don't give up, you can't lose.
Kickstarting your morning with some awesome motivation. Very inspiring and on a different aspect though.
Talking about friends, just like you and me.
Okay.
But I know not one of us will give up. Yeah, so it simply talks about never giving up. Despite finding yourself in a difficult situation, you need to have hope and of course have a positive mind. Say, you know what, I am going to make it despite whatever that I'm going through. Yeah, that's basically what it's all about.
Wow.
Yeah, because it tells a story of two frogs that were friends. One was fat, the other one was a little bit slim. They jumped into a bucket of milk and then it was too slippery for them to jump out. So, you know, one kept on encouraging the other, no, let's keep on swimming. Eventually somebody will take us out of here. That's having hope or faith to say, no matter this thing, we are still going to get out of here. But the other one gave up. Yeah, no, we won't make it. As much as we'll keep on swimming, we will still drown. Yeah, so until one made it out of the bucket. So it simply talks about having hope. Yeah, not giving up.
Yeah, quite very interesting right there as well. So if you want to get to watch that once again, we always get to update our Facebook page. That's the lounge. So you can just check it out a little bit later as the show ends, so that maybe you missed out on the motivation that we showed you this week. You can still watch it on Facebook as well. So yeah, so before that motivation, we did talk about getting to break down on what we are talking about this morning. So basically, my diary. So how can we phrase it as a question? Now this is the question, right? I'm trying to, you know, where I'm debating where to put it in. But there's a whole lot of talks. People get to say, sometimes you find that most of the times when artists gets to be put on my diary, I don't know how KB gets to manage saying, okay, if I was to put Lancy, he's going to explain a different part on every different aspect of the story. Now 7 brings a whole lot of talks as well, where people are being talked about. Wills, Jerox, a bit about JLB, not too much.
Yeah, skills, but yeah, mostly it's these 3.
Yeah.
Wills, skills, and Jerox.
So it seems like Wills still goes on and tweets about it on Twitter.
Yeah, he still has a bone of contention to chew with producer skills.
And I'm told some verses were removed when he tweeted saying, I don't know if Skills knows that
KB had cut out my verse, some parts in.
Is that
in
somehow
diary.
professional?
Well, I don't know, but after when I took time to read the agreement, the agreement between Wills and Skills, I think I got to understand him, why he comes out like that, Yeah, so maybe when we get Skills on the show, he will be able to explain more about it, and then also get Wills. And for our viewers, our followers, we've already contacted both these people, and they are yet to respond to our request of them being part of this show. So once they give us a response, we'll be able to update you on what's what and who is who. But talking about if what Wills posted was professional, I think maybe to him it might be, since he's just pouring out his diary. You know, my diary is all about you getting to pour out your diary. What
we all know that my diary basically is a secret.
Yeah, it's a secret.
So that you get to unveil to people saying, okay, this is something that I've been hiding for so long. Now I feel like it needs to be out to the public. It's no longer my diary when it goes out.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it is your diary, but you're just sharing it with the people to say, you know what, in my musical career, in my musical journey, this is what it is. Because my diary is all about you getting to tell your story as a musician, okay? When you started your thing, what are the things that you've kept in your diary? Okay, what have you written in your diary the time you started your music to the point where you've reached? This is what my diary is all about. So it gets people get to bring out what they've put in their diary.
So our question that we were trying to find out from you is, do you think or find it okay for people to unveil their diaries out to the public? Or maybe, do you think it's the right thing? For example, just getting, okay, whatever that's happening right there, because we're saying maybe for some extent, it's bringing out what people had inside them that you never knew about the other side. Last week we were talking about never judge someone because you've heard the one side of the story, that you don't know what the other person thinks.
Yeah.
This is why, as a good person, rather, you need to take a story on different sides.
Yeah.
Whether when you hear the story from this person, you also get the story to the other person.
Yeah.
So basically, we're trying to find out from you, do you think it's a way to go? Okay? Because basically, someone was even saying, KB, you need to go up to 100 diaries.
Yeah, he was talking
artists.
about having 100 episodes of My Diary, when some of us were thinking, I think ikafikeche part 10. At least the 10th episode should be the last one, but KB comes out and says, you know what? I'm looking at it to be, at least it should be 100 episodes of My Diary. And then now, if 7 has brought out a whole lot of talk, a whole lot of things, then you would wonder, Petisa Fikira 100, how many things will be poured out to the public on what happens in the music industry? But I think maybe our question, maybe we can rephrase it like, this My Diary, is it a positive impact on society, or maybe in the music industry, or maybe it's bringing out a negative impact? Because maybe these people, as they are bringing out their emotions, what they write in their diaries, maybe you'll find that other people won't take it okay. It won't be okay with them. Like, for example, let's look at Will's verse. He talks about two people. Okay, one, he talks about Xerox, and then two, he talks about Skills. Mainly in that verse, he complained mainly on both of them, but what most people are picking out is not the part of Fat Jam Records, which is with Skills, but they're taking a part of Xerox and him. You know, he complains, say, me and Xerox, when we started hanging out together, we started working on an album. And then on the way, before we even finished, Xerox just called Wills and said, you know what, my guy, I think iveti chita sivza sevenza. Me, I've selected songs from the album that we're working on. And then you also, you can select the songs that have remained for you to work on as an individual. It goes like that. They go separate ways, and then Xerox comes back again to Wills, apologizes, they start working together, and then Xerox again, he pulls out and go and snitches on the friend. So now, this being reviewed, it has been taken in different notes. Other people have been saying, no, one of the songs that Xerox had picked from that album was Joanna, which made Xerox to be known everywhere, okay? And then others also now bring in an aspect of Xerox is a bad guy because of what he did to Wills, Ndiana Rengesa Nachani, na Zone Famti breaking. And when you hear Xerox verse, he says he is the one that was working hard, that was doing literally everything in that group. He was the one that was writing, he was the one that looked up to it, that it gets produced, it gets promoted, and then these guys, the other guys, they never appreciated. So there are two things here. He ditches Wills, and then Zone Farm breaks up. He says he's the one who was working hard. Now, who is who and what is what? So it's bringing out a whole lot of controversy. Now, looking at that, do you, the people, think that My Diary or these diary episodes that KB does, they are of a positive impact in the music industry? Or to you, the fans that follow these people, or do you think it has a negative impact? You can get interactive with us via the information that is on the bottom of the screen. So if you are on Skype, you are watching from another country, you can get to call us up on Skype. It's Prime TV Zambia. And of course on Facebook, The Lounge, or better still, Prime Television Zambia. Or of course come through via our phone number, which is on the bottom of the screen, or if you would love to be more professional, write us an email, as we have put our email address right there.
Plus, super excited, not forgetting Instagram, Prime TV Zambia, and also Twitter. That's Prime TV Z. So that we can get super interactive and also give us your thoughts. So we are active on all the social media big platforms. Per se. So if we're not on any media platform that you know, then it's not big enough.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking about what's been happening, let's get to talk more about that. But for now, let's go straight to the lounge talent. I want to get it back. Let's get to hear what you are sending in our inbox, plus more stories coming through right here on the lounge.
All right, so we are back, and of course that is our lounge talent right there. Remember that we get to give you this platform for free, and just like that, if you feel that you have got talent and you would love to expose it on live TV, on a live show, the lounge gets to give you that that platform and that chance. Make sure that you just get to film yourself, or tell somebody to film you doing that particular talent that you feel you have, and then get to send it via our social media platforms, and we'll be able to get a look out of it and put it on live TV, because we believe in promoting our very own. We also want to discover talent, where it's coming from, and then be a part of it when it's growing, so that we may be able to help one another as you get to grow bigger. This show is all about you. It's all about making sure that you get to grow a bigger platform than you have right there and right about now.
Yeah, so speaking about what's been happening as far as some local news are concerned. Talking about Legendary is back. Matthew Tembo drops new album, and super excited. That means his fourth album, Something to Conquer.
Wow.
Something that you need to look out for right there. So we all know Matthew Tembo and what he can do.
Yeah.
And right about now he's in Zambia, so you can still get to check it out, and more details about that album. So I have the album somewhere, so I'm gonna be sharing. So yeah.
Okay, you have the album
somewhere. Yeah, just in the studio right here. So I'm gonna be sharing.
How come I don't
album.
have it?
I don't know what happened though. But yeah. So I had the privilege to get to meet him up and just to get to check out how many songs are in that album. But for now, he's not giving more details on when the album is going to be out, like officially out for everybody to have access. But more details we should get to give you right as well on the launch.
Yeah, of course. And if you have just joined us, or you are watching this show for the very first time, this is an official Prime TV entertainment breakfast show. So on this particular show, we get to give you exclusive news about your entertainers, your celebrities, or your icons, the people that you follow. So on this show, we only get to give you news, and we get to give you exclusive updates. We get to follow these entertainers on social media, what they post, and then we bring it out to you. Hence the reason why we call ourselves the official rumor mongers, or the official rumor tellers, because we tell it as it is, as they give it out right there. So on this show, we don't get to play music, neither do we play music videos. This is not a musical show. This is only for entertainment news, so you don't get to request for music videos, as we won't be able to show them. If you want to watch music videos, make sure that you join D Black Malachi every Saturdays at 15:30, as he brings to you the official Prime TV countdown musical program. On that particular show, you can get to vote for your favorite music video that you want to keep on that local countdown. So this show, The Lounge, we don't show music videos. We only talk about entertainers.
Yeah. My Diary 7 is something that we're discussing about. Let us know what you think, your perspective, your opinions can come through right here and give us your take. And we're going to be reading out your messages. And also, let's get as many as we can right here on the lounge. And you have another story, is it? You have something, I know, right? You have something that you can't wait to get to share.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about Bobby East. A few weeks ago, we had, is it a few weeks or this particular week? No, that was, I think on Sunday, I remember you telling me you're watching the BET Awards. Yeah, so the BET Awards, America, blah, 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 they so happened. Then, Nicki Minaj, she posted something saying those awards, they were whack. Because, you know, BET fired a few people that were dedicated, blah, 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 blah. To cut the long story short, Bobby East retweets the tweet saying that is a petty issue that Nicki is raising.
Twitter.
What? Twitter is nice. So that is a petty issue that Nicki is raising, saying all that kind of stuff. And then apart from that, you were somewhere. Chef Steve-O shooting a musical video.
I'm not allowed to say anything for now, but it's something that you need to look
I was still like, I know what you were doing.
You know how I keep secrets, huh? You know how I keep secrets.
I'll still take it out.
So yeah, Chef Steve-O, I don't know what was going on, but there's something that you need to look out for.
Anyway, I know that we're shooting a music video, but my question is...
Which question is that?
Yeah. Do they have a new song together, or they shooting a music video for that odd song?
I don't know.
Just spit it out. This is...
Why are you making me like I'm a guest now? Like you're interviewing me now.
You are supposed to give news.
Young Prince is supposed to come here. And
no, you are supposed to give news, and you were there.
I was there.
First hand.
I was there.
Yes. So why not talk about it?
When the source...
You even posted
when the source
you posted it on social media.
When the source says this information should not be given until...
You posted it on social media.
But did I mention anything?
Yes.
I just said we linked up.
How did I know that you were shooting a video?
I just linked up.
How did I know you were shooting a video?
Okay, so for now, it's something that you need to look out for. I'm not saying anything. Don't
just tell us if it's a new song or an odd song. And then we move on.
I know you're right. I know how much you want to get to hear something about that.
No, it's not all about me, but even the people that are watching, I'm sure they would love to know if it's a new song or an odd song.
Here's the thing.
Yes, finally.
Here's the thing.
Is it coming out?
The album for Steve-O is coming soon.
Yes,
okay? Something that you need to look out for right there. Super excited as well.
So we're talking about an odd song.
So he has worked with quite a number of artists. Artists that you thought they had beef with. Yeah, they are also in that song. And I love the fact that this is where you expect a whole lot of artists saved. It's one album that you need to look out for, and they've been working on different things that you need to look out for right there as well. So still on days to come, we should get to tell you what Lance is asking, whether Steve-O or Chef 187 are working on a video. But for now, it's just to leave it in that.
Is it whether they are working on a video or if they have a new song together? I know it's a video, but I don't know if it's for an odd song that I know, or maybe they have something new that I don't know. That's what I'm just asking. Ah, jeez. Seriously?
Okay, let's move on. So this is what has been happening, and this is our next clip right here.
Yeah.
You know, everyone was asking you what Chigololo is. That's something that is also making news. So I was asking you what Chigololo is in English.
I wonder how you don't know what Chigololo means in English.
I was trying to find out. Is it not fine to ask someone?
No, it is fine, but okay.
What did you say, by the way?
No.
Chigololo means what?
I didn't say anything.
You did say something.
Oh, in the background?
Yeah.
Oh.
So in English, what does it mean?
Why often Gwili
You said something.
I ain't gonna say it.
You see now?
Just like you've kept that news, I'm also keeping this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go to the clip, which was trending as well.
Chigololo.
So let's talk about that on the other side, right here.
Junior, what's the sign up?
Yeah? What are you going to do?
No, that's if you have a wall. we're not broke up in Mkamba. If I'm sitting at stick,
Not so much on you.
I'm saying, you got me just on good. I'm saying, I'm going to get it down.
Go on, but you mean it.
No, one, you make her. You might put a hand. Then I should think we are one more.
What protection? What protection?
Okay, so that's pretty much on something that has been trending, and just, is it acting or maybe just put it in that zone?
Yeah, no, but I'm good away nango. Yeah, you know, like you go and see, you're married, and then you go and see your girlfriend somewhere, not knowing that girlfriend ni mzake wa madam wako. Wapeleka na bread, ngisenzeni, yao nshikunyumba sona goneko. Wapeleka na bread. As you're knocking, then your wife just comes, bashinani. Then, you know, the guy just goes in that drunk mode, say, okay,
so last, we have someone watching from India. Still asking Chigololo. Come on, you need to tell people what that means.
Well, tell him.
No. What? I was asking you.
I told you in the background.
I've forgotten.
Well, good for you.
I need to have a lot of onions.
No,
that's what people say. I don't know how true that is.
But not ija onion, not just any onion. It needs to be spring onion. Ija na kanganchchancha green. Those two thingy. I don't know. I don't know what they called. But you need to have
proven, or maybe just something.
No, scientifically proven. Okay. You need to have spring onion. Not ija itima gula chibao cheka. No.
Okay. Okay. You heard it right there from Professor, like his name.
Yeah, Professor Lance.
Now you're a bit getting there. Huh?
What do you mean I'm getting there a little bit? There. I'm already there. It's an already known thing. Yeah, it's an already known thing. Professor Lance, the only professor in the DJs industry, and then, you know, the only professor in the music industry, the only professor in the entertainment industry. So I got a whole lot of information, a whole lot of qualifications, you know, my PhD, MHD, okay, whatever it is, doctorate, Shanshani, Fimo, put together, and then it creates that. So
Katz decides to get to comment saying it was a video shoot. I don't know, brother man. I don't know, brother man. Don't get me in trouble. Don't get me in trouble. Let's not talk about that. That's not our topic, though. Our topic is my diary. My diary is our topic. So not about Steve or Sheffy. For now, that will leave it like that. Okay. So yeah,
just talk about it. All right. So we are talking about My Diary 7. If you have listened to it, you know what we're talking about. If you haven't yet, it's now free. Okay, I know the first days it was sold at 10 kwacha, but it's now free. You can get to download it on all social media platforms. You can go on these local websites, just search for My Diary 7 KB. It will come, download it, take a listen to it, and then get to comment or get to share with us what you think about these diaries. You know, from part 1 to 7, do you think it's a good idea of having these people pouring out their diaries in the public and then getting a whole lot of mixed feelings from different people? This time around, we're talking Xerox Wheels and their verses.
Yeah, man. So I was also thinking, like, if I was like KB, I was another producer. I was also thinking, you know how since KB has My Diary, I'm also thinking maybe having something called Wheel.
KB?
I'm just saying, there's My Diary.
Oh, okay.
Then someone just comes up saying, okay, I want every artist to say, okay, they jump into my wheel.
My wheel. Talking about your wheel?
Yeah, basically. I know it's a deep one, but basically, just talking about...
It would be different.
It would be different, yeah. Just basically wheel, where someone just says, okay, this and this and that and that and that and that and that. But in a song form, My Diary.
And the inheritance should be... musicians? Like in your will, you say, okay, I want these my glasses to be
these are the people I'm appreciating. Maybe for example, I'm just saying, maybe Young Prince says, okay,
I appreciate Trina.
I appreciate Trina. I appreciate Tilo. You know.
Oh yeah, Tilo.
Then
these guys.
Then I'm like, I want Tilo when this happens, maybe he takes over this to me.
Oh, yeah.
Just like a will, basically.
I wonder how young Prince and Tilo, you know, get to mingle, because Tilo is long. He's not tall, he's long. And Young is short. Yeah. Well, just saying.
Muntu one day on so chubby. But anyways, let's get to move on to another clip. Let's move on.
Have you ever heard Tilo getting a shot on me?
Can we move on? Okay, thank you. So let's move on to another clip right here. And this time around, we'll go straight to Zambia ending AIDS. On the other side, I'm super excited. Deval's coming through just to find out what's been up to. But let's check out Zambia ending AIDS right here. So basically, that's why Celeb performing at Zambia ending AIDS.
Yeah, talking about artists getting to be a part of a positive movement, a positive change. So that's something that was put up by the Ministry of Health, talking about how best we can embrace people that have AIDS, and also how best we can participate in making sure that we end this particular disease. So it's all nice and all good to know that artists, entertainers also get to play a role. In fact, they play a vital role in it, because they've got people that follow them. They've got their icons to a certain grouping of people. So when they get to participate, get to talk about these things, and maybe be advocates of ending AIDS, early child marriages, and what we were talking about last week, intimidation of people that have got sickle cell, this and that. I think it would really mean a lot. We would see a step forward towards the ending of these vices. Yeah. So quite very interesting right there, and we're looking forward to more artists, role models, engaging themselves in such situations right there, because if, like they always say, if you're not affected, somehow you are infected. And you are needed. As much as you might think you are needed, because you're a role model. People look up to you. So when your presence is there, people will appreciate your presence just being there as well. So yeah. Okay, so we have a message on our page. It says, I have enjoyed your show, but I heard J-Rocks, he did a song with Stonebwoy. How true is this? Is it not with who is this female?
Amara,
Amara. I don't know why I always forget. I don't know why I always forget her.
The song is already out.
Yeah, I think she's on there. No, I don't know about Stonebwoy.
I think they have done a song, but I don't know. I should get to find out about that.
Yeah.
And someone gets to give an opinion about Chigololo, saying, according to my opinion, it means cohabiting.
Cohabiting. You want me to say something?
Professor.
What?
Pro.
No,
I'm saying professor.
No, let them continue.
How I'm saying it, professor.
Let them continue sending in their messages, and then we'll be able to.
Maybe you're missing out too. That's right. You know, a professor without these.
No. Let's leave it like that. Yeah. Let people contribute. But our main topic, we're talking about My Diary 7. We are not talking about who killed in My Diary 7 or who did a better verse in My Diary 7, but we are talking about these diary episodes, these My Diary episodes, do you think they add a positive impact to the entertainment industry, or maybe they're adding a negative impact? Because I think especially for 7, I think we are seeing people bringing out more beef, because there's a whole lot of talk. Like, believe me, especially there's a group there, I mean, it consists of DJs, artists, fans, and entertainers, promoters. There's this Will's verse has brought out a whole lot of talk, especially against J-Rocks, and it's really doing the guy bad. Yeah, it's really doing the guy bad. Although Will's on social media has not taken that view of bringing J-Rocks into it. He's more on the Fat Jam Records, since he says they breached the contract on the aspect that paying us in a contract. Skills was supposed to inform him to say, okay, APA will either continue with this contract, or maybe we won't continue. Yasira pay APA. Skills kept quiet for, did he say 3 or 5 months? For some months, Skills stayed quiet, and then Skills in the background, or going henceforward, he was claiming to say Wills is still under Fat Jam when the contract had expired for a few months. So what really caught my attention in the contract, in the recording contract, is this part where it says the effectiveness of this agreement shall commence with its execution by all the parties and shall continue thereafter for a period of 24 months. Okay? This is 2 years. So the contract was for 2 years. Then it continues to say, this contract shall be automatically renewed on the day of expiry, unless explicitly written by the company or the artist. Okay, so Skills comes through with this particular, he's trying to defend himself, saying this clause, it says this contract will be automatically renewed on the day of expiry. Okay, so
which when it expired?
Yeah, when it expired,
renewed.
It was supposed to be renewed. Okay, so I don't know how the Skills was understanding this clause, but if it was put under scrutiny, this doesn't mean that if it expires today, then tomorrow it's renewed just there and then. No, there is need of an agreement. Say, okay, it expired, let's sit down and agree now. Are we going to continue for the next whatever period? Okay, hence where here it now says to say of expiry unless explicitly written by the company or the artist, meaning that unless the company or the artist says, you know what, I don't think I would love to continue with you. Yeah, so I don't know how this clause is understood. Maybe when Skills respond to us, we'll be able to have him so that he explains this clause, because it's a little bit confusing. It says automatically renewed, and then it also talks about an artist or the company getting to explicitly write whether the contract should continue or not. So this is something that really needs to be explained. So this is an extract or a part of the contract that Fat Jam Records, which is spearheaded by Skills, talks about when it comes as far as the contract with Wills is concerned. So it was a 2-year program. One
thing I'm like super proud of is you know, some people when they start making money, and they start producing good songs, you know, they forget putting it in writing. I love the fact that all those information were on the paper. You know, this is why I was telling the other guy the other day, saying, okay, you know why sometimes you find that artists will always be like, when you feature a big artist, upcoming artist, they always complain that they don't appear in the video. How about we start with an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding? Okay, let's give an example. Maybe you say, okay, I want to work with Chef 187. How about you make an agreement on a paper saying, okay, this song we're doing, I'm going to have future plans to do a video. How about we sign somewhere so that when the video, that time comes, we don't have that again starting pushing, saying, okay, baka video at point, like you're pushing for a feature again. This is why basically you're finding that, okay, it's easy for another artist to say, okay, I'm busy, Because there's no an agreement.
There's no agreement.
Okay.
You only agreed.
Let's make sure that we put it on
doing the
writing
song.
so that if anything goes bad, you have someone to say, okay, this is
this
where
is
we
my
signed, and this is where we're supposed to go in and say, okay, this is where everything's supposed to be at the end of the day. Because anything just orally, it's sheer waste of time.
Oh yeah.
It's better to put it on writing. That's what I think.
Wills continues to complain that Skills, after when they started making money, after Pangako Kangono, now Wills, he stopped
Yeah,
being
I
serious.
saw that, yeah.
So, but anyway, let's talk more about this when we come back on the other side.
With our guest, is it?
With our guest, our studio guest, he's premiering his brand new video today, right here on the lounge, and it features Vizzy. Yeah, the first one featured the long man Tilo. Yeah,
He calls himself Young Prince.
he calls himself Young
So the other
Prince.
day I was asking which village is that? Which village are you from?
Who is your father?
Yeah, Young Prince. Yeah, like really? Chimakonda mazina nice. They make you feel like, you know,
Or
you know,
important,
Prince,
you know, or big.
So I want to find out which village. But anyways, let's go straight to the Vows, who are also making some trends, news
Yeah.
trending. Everybody's talking about them. Yeah, so we are super proud.
Yeah.
Super proud, super proud. Most especially when a woman is making it big. We are super proud and we're like, go, represent us to the max. Let's check out
So,
the Vows.
Voice of Africa.
Reports about them and talks about them and talks about the video saying these are the people that you need to look out for all the way from a landlocked country. You know how Zambia is in between of Africa, surrounded with so many
No
countries.
sea.
Let's check out the
ocean.
Vows report on the other side. Let's have a chat with our studio guest right on the lounge.
Hello, hello, everybody. This week, our song of the week is from Zambia, and it's called Oh My Love. Yes, by a sister-cousin duo named called Davaos. This is the first time we've played any music by Davaos, and we're excited to be able to play it and to represent Zambia. So let's just get right into the song.
Jump straight into it.
Yes.
Gazayesa kuleta mapenzi, kuleta madola, kuleta makwacha. Kuyesa kuleta mablingi, waleta maringi, niwe nangu batiniza konda iwe. Batiniza konda iwe. Iwe ndiwo wange kujala. It no matter what they got, no. I don't need no millions, no. You are one in a million dollars. I got you. Don't need to.
So it's a really sort of natural depiction of village life and love. It seems pure and sweet and simple.
Oh boy, you make me a believer.
These two ladies can sing.
Oh, yeah.
I love the way they sound. It's strong, it's sure shot kind of singing. It's beautiful.
And they definitely came in strong with that, like from the beginning of the song, like, boom.
Yep.
Gazayesa kuleta mapenzi, kuleta madola, kuleta makwacha. Kuyesa kuleta mablingi, waleta maringi, niwe nangu batiniza konda iwe. Batiniza konda iwe.
And it's interesting to note that in their bio, this is what they say. They say, we sing, this is Davaos. We sing, we dance, we entertain, and we perform. And that is definitely what they've been doing for a very long time in Zambia. In 2015, they were nominated by the Zambia National Broadcasting Corporation, Born and Bred Music Video Awards, and they were nominated in the category for Best Upcoming Female Artist.
I'm never letting go. You want go, you bring go. No more being clingo.
They're sisters. One is named Anivao and the other is Dalivao. That's how they came up with Davaos, I think. I haven't asked them.
Quite creative, but I think that's it.
Yeah, but they didn't grow up together. They grew up in different towns, different parts of Zambia, and they came together around 2007. And ever since, they've been this fabulous duo.
And they are very young. I mean, Anivao is 28,
Yeah.
and Dalivao, I mean, is 24. Very, very young, and they are already hanging out with big Zambian stars,
Yes.
big producers, trying to get their music out there.
That's pretty much on what the Devout's been talked about right there on the Voice of Africa. And I love how everything was being done, you know, where you're seeing your own people making a difference, and it's something big and something that we need to be proud of. As much as we always be proud of negative stuff, but that is something positive right there as well. I don't know what you think about that. I don't know. What's your take before we get into the interview?
That's impressive. That's a good move. I think, yeah, the ladies are doing fine. I'm impressed, you know, like looking at where they came from. I used to like follow their music, and you know, for them being talked about on Voice of Africa, I think it's a big thing, and it's a good move for us as in the music artists in the industry.
So we expect more of you guys to share about it. I'm expecting you to share about it, because I know people easily share negative stuff.
No.
Maybe for example, when you do something bad, everyone will start sharing about it. I don't know, why is it like that?
I don't know. I think publicity, man, comes with, you know, the good and the bad sides. But mostly people, again, okay, the thing is, the bad side also builds you up. So it's just a balance of everything.
All right.
Yeah.
His name is Young Prince. He's our guest today on the lounge as we get to find out a few things. His current brand new video, which we're going to be making the official premiere on the show right here, just in case you didn't know right there as well. Let's bring it back a bit. If I'm not mistaken, you love pizza so much.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. The day that I posted on WhatsApp, man.
I didn't know anything, though. I didn't know anything.
No, okay. I like pizza. I don't love it. Come on. But yeah, I'm sure you saw it from the day that I posted on WhatsApp. And you're like, no, I think this guy likes pizza. Nah, I'm not a big fan, but yeah, pizza is good. Good.
And you enjoy copper belt languages? Is it?
Guys,
you were trying to find out number. So did you get the answer?
The explanations were different. People were like, no, it's about the bank account figures. Some were like, it's you call them buddy. Yeah, you know, it's just a, I don't know, copper belt people. But people had different views on, you know, how you, I don't know how they take it. It's different. But you know, they were like, I think you should come to the Copper Belt, and that's the real street people. They're the ones that are going to tell you what it means. But you know, we just had to take it because I'm not from there. So
okay, let's start with your name. Basically, right now we're seeing music, Zambian music, on another level. For example, checking out your video.
Yeah.
They are on point. I love the fact that you're doing most of your homework, making sure that the production of the audio is on point.
Yeah.
The people that you're working with, the chemistry is there as well. Let's try to imagine you were invited for an international interview. Then they ask you, who is Prince? I know this is one of those questions, but as much as you might think like we are taking fun of you, but people would like to find out where the name is driven from.
Okay, first my stage name was Young P. You know, I used to rap by then. I'm sure you knew me by that time. Yeah, I used to call myself Young P. But the pronunciation was for young, as in not Y-A-N-G, as I spell it nowadays. It was Y-O-U-N-G, as young. So I had to cut it off because, you know, I can't be Young P forever. You know, I'm growing up, so I had to find for something that is a little bit unique and, you know, just try to cover up for the name. So I had to make it short. That's Y-N-G for Young, and Prince, that's P. My last names are Piri.
Oh.
Yeah, so Prince was just something that just came out, I mean, in my mind, and I had to cover it up. You know, as being an artist, you have to have great ideas.
So from Piri to Prince.
Prince, it's a P, it represents
Why
from
not
where I
use
come from.
young Piri?
No, bro, come on.
I'm just saying though, why?
People be like,
is it not that you're supposed to be proud of where you come from?
I'm proud, but come on, you have to be creative when you're making up something. Come on, like, let me give you an example. Tilo. Tilo is tall, so that's T-Lo. You can call it Tolo if you try to be creative.
I didn't know.
No,
Tolo.
he's tall.
That's
but
what-
at school,
that's
I'm
what
sure
I
at
meant
school people used to call him Tilo.
That's you saying it.
Yeah, he's going to get upset, but yeah.
That's you saying it. So
Yeah.
you're saying, if I want, I can say Tolo.
Come on. Okay, Tilo, how does it sound like? Come on. Tilo. He's tall.
Okay.
So that's like, I'm sure at school they used to go, Tilo, Tolo. So he took that advantage. Like, okay, I'm going to call myself Tilo. You see, so you just have to be creative and, have great ideas just to, make something out of it. So P was Prince. I don't want people to lose that, idea of my name, because if I changed it to something different, people will be like, Nangandano. But that young Prince, young P, I just had to finish. This is what I meant by the P. It's Prince. You see? Yeah. So that's everything.
All right, let's talk about your music. Basically, you're a dancehall artist.
Yeah.
And want to find out what really motivated you from being a rapper to now a dancehall artist.
From being a rapper to a dancehall artist. Okay, the thing is, I used to do a lot of. I wasn't decided. Okay, I used to rap at first, but I got to find out that I was really good at dancehall music, and looking at the occupation of the music genre, as in the dancehall, there are few dancehall artists in Zambia. So you see, like when I started doing dancehall music, my mission is trying to make it bigger, because there are a few artists that do dancehall. Let me say Tishon, DJ Cosmo, and Mike Berner, and other people that also do music. Compared to the hip hop, there are a lot of hip hop artists. So we try by all means to try to balance it up. We can have this beef thing and everything, but it's all about improving the culture. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So basically, I was still having a chat with young Prince right here, just to get to find out a few things about him and what he's been up to right there. Just to give it a brief about it as well. Maybe some few things that maybe you have worked on, maybe a highlight, or maybe people might be familiar with. Some people might be just knowing you for the very first time. Anything that you can give as a highlight about you.
Highlight. Something that I've worked on that people know right now is my previous music video. That's the music video that I worked with Tilo, that's No Temptations with Omar. A lot of people know about that video. So I hope I get more people, to the dancehall side on this particular music video that we're going to put out right now. Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about the new song that we are here to talk about. And what is he talking about?
Dancehall, it's a club song as well. Trying to make everybody vibe to it, because dancehall music, we're supposed to make people dance and feel good about themselves. It's an international music, local international music video. I featured somebody in the US. I used to network with him. Then we got to work. We worked on a music video. We agreed there are no payments or anything. It was just for the culture. It was all about beauty.
When you say no payments, saying local artists, there's payments.
Okay, yeah. He didn't take it that way because he likes my music. So it's like, we can try to make something out of it. We can do a music video, you see. So, like, he just took it brotherly, Africa stuff. So he was like, okay, we can push this, we can make a music video. And I was very proud because that's like my first time. It wasn't an easy thing, I had to remind him like every time, when am I getting my clips? So he was like, okay, let me do this. Are you sure you want us to do this? I was like, yeah, I'm sure. So he got to work, he sent me pictures and everything, then it happened. I had to also to put like more effort to, shoot the video, me and Reverb and Vincent. Yeah, we had to push for it, like look for good locations, just try to balance up, because video different. So we try to balance up everything so that the video can be perfect.
Okay. Yeah. So budget-wise, I'm asking this question for the sake of people are planning on doing a good video. Budget-wise.
We didn't talk about that.
Budget-wise.
We didn't talk. I don't know how much he spent. He didn't tell me anything.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't. It was just work. There was nothing like, I use this much. No, nothing.
But did you feel at one point you need the information, just in case you want to work on maybe a solo song alone?
With him? Or with?
Just you, of course.
Going to the UK or locally, I don't know which one is which.
Any, I don't know.
Budget.
Yeah.
I don't know how to put that out.
So for you, we'll take it for you, for your side, it was 0.
Oh, no. Come on, you can put that on camera. You know, we spend some amount, but you know, I can't reveal it. It's me and Reverb, we family, so I don't know how other people work with him. So for me, he's like he's my producer, he's my videographer, and you know, the way we work is different from other people, and I can't put it out there like, hey, Nalipita Zingat. Nah.
Okay, so let's talk about our question for the day today, right here. So we're talking about My Diary Part 7. Okay, something that we're talking about right here. I would like to hear your perspective from an artist's perspective right here on the show. What do you think? Negative, positive? And you're an artist. Imagine KB was to call you saying, you need to tell us your story.
I think it's positive because KB doesn't force people to write what he wants them to write. They write what they feel like is good for them. So if something happened to me and I put it out there, that means I'm comfortable with what I'm saying and it really happened to me. So I don't think it's a negative thing. People have to know what's really going on, and you know, there's a lot of things that go, I mean, underground that we don't really put out. Like, yo, this happened to me. This guy did this to me. We keep it to ourselves. So, like KB giving those people, I mean, artists, an opportunity to put everything out. It's a good thing. Okay. Yeah. It's actually good for the industry. Yeah. So that's really a great idea that KB came up with, you know, for the diary thing, because it's different from what hip-hop is all about. That's like a new thing introduced. See, and it's really making people talk. It's good. Yeah.
So we'll go with the saying the truth hates. So if it hates someone, then that's the truth.
If it hurts you, that means you also have to come out with your truth. You say your part. Okay. So it's a two-way thing. If people are going to believe this, you just balance things up. So it's good. Yeah.
So we should nominate you for My Diary Part 8. We should talk to KB Kilambit saying Young Prince should be on My Diary Part 8. Because we all know. So the other day KB was saying there was supposed to be another person who never showed up.
Or maybe I'm sure they were scared
because you know some people are not comfortable bringing out the truth.
Yeah.
Some people will say, no, I don't want to be in
But again, it matters on what level you're on, because if you are already an established artist and you're doing good, you have the right to speak. But some are scared, like, and maybe the people that try to help you are friends with that same person that you want to talk about. So people, I mean, get scared to maybe to show them their careers, or maybe nzaleka kushtika nikakamba. So yeah, it's understandable again.
All right. So what should people expect from you as we're wrapping up right here? Anything that we need to expect?
Right now, I think another music video, because right now I just want to drop videos for until we close this year. That's the whole thing. I'm not dropping any album or maybe anything. No, I just want to do visuals because I've been down on those. This year at least two videos. Then yeah, we wrap up everything. Yeah.
All right, Young Prince right here. He was our guest just to find out a few things from him. You can sell yourself. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and any remarks that you have to people who are watching.
Okay, but firstly, before I, give you my Facebook and Twitter, I'd like to give a big shout out to everybody that watched the show. I was supposed to give a shout out to my fans, but the list of the names really went out. So yeah, big shout out to everybody that tuned in. Thank you for your support, and with your support, I keep moving forward and everything. You can reach me on Twitter, that's Young Prince, Instagram, Young Prince ZM, Facebook, Young Prince.
All right. You love your fans so much that you reached to a point you apologized. I love that. And for that, I give you thumbs up, because few people, when they don't deliver something, they don't go on social media and apologize. But I saw that on Facebook. I was like, that's the way to go, because your fans are people that build you right there as well. Young Prince, was great having you.
Thank you, bro.
Let's check out the video, just a snippet of the video. On the other side, Professor Lance comes through with Marie-Jeanne on the other side right here as well. But let's check out something come all the way from Young Prince, exclusive premiere right here on the show. So you can check out the full video of his right here as well on Mokwana if you get nominated for it as well. And yeah, so more nominations, more votes on that top 10. It gets to be one of the top 10 songs right there. But for now, let's check out Young Prince.
Prince of the dancehall. Bandman Rivers. This is Run It. Them know every time we step in the place go lower. Slow mo, bang to the rhythm, baby, go down lower. Batman me a shut it down, Batman me a shut it down. Every time that I come around, bad girl wanna wear 9 twist. Give it to me. She bend over, break that waist controller. She take over, the way you put that in controller. Shake that booty, girl, show me what you got, girl. Run your race, come show me how you got them. Roll the weed, come show me me the gun. Roll a Prince of the dance and this is Run It. Batman, Batman, but if it's a big body, could you Batman? Me know that. How come? The new kid run this did now come, me know that. Batman, me arrested to the top and you're never gonna stop. Batman, you should know that. Every time that you step in the club, them girls wanna whine and twist. Give it to me. Bend like a boss, shake like a boss, whine like a boss, move your waistline, twerk like a boss, like bend like a boss, shake like a boss, whine like a boss, move your waistline, twerk like a boss, see me like when you put the lies on me like sex low-key. Girl, I'm not casting over to you, right, girl, I'm ready to give you what you want, cause I really got it, girl, time. Get this money, if you willing, I'm
J.O. Ninja Khan. Dear Diary, it's been a bit since I dropped ink. It's been about 4 months since I put lyrics on a beat. I've been out for a while now, I even left the streets. I was humbled by life, so I took several seats. Mr. Nkomer and Mom are not together anymore, so I had to leave the house in McKinney and hit the road. Back to Garden House, to the home of all is known. Back to that place that I swore I'd never go, but the Lord had other plans for me. Now I'm in Apollo. I found love in a beautiful woman, so I'm okay though. I feel I haven't really been grateful to the Lord, no. He picked me up and cleaned me up from a place so low. I haven't heard from Bobby in a while since the drama. I guess that's how it goes when you're visited by karma. I swallowed my pride the other day and tried to call him, but it never picked up, so I guess he lost my number. Lately I've been thinking about hanging up the mic. Sort of fade to black, yeah, you know what it's like. Having all this talent with this music on my mind. I walk a lonely road with all the music on my side. Maybe my time with the game is at an end, but I'm too stubborn to see it, cause the game has been my friend. I gotta give it up at some point and make amends, so I go into the silence trying to hear what God says. And in my diary I speak to the Lord. In my diary I tell him my pain. Amen. J.O. Ninja Khan. Dear Diary, it's been a bit since I dropped ink. It's been about 4 months since I put lyrics on a beat. I've been out for a while now, I even left the streets. I was humbled by life, so I took several seats. Mr. Nkomer and Mom are not together anymore, so I had to leave the house in McKinney and hit the road. Back to Garden House, to the home of all is known. Back to that place that I swore I'd never go, but the Lord had other plans for me. Now I'm in Apollo. I found love in a beautiful woman, so I'm okay though. I feel I haven't really been grateful to the Lord, no. He picked me up and cleaned me up from a place so low. I haven't heard from Bobby in a while since the drama. I guess that's how it goes when you're visited by karma. I swallowed my pride the other day and tried to call him, but it never picked up, so I guess he lost my number. Lately I've been thinking about hanging up the mic. Sort of fade to black, yeah.
All right, so that is part part of Diary 7. That's actually J.O.B.'s part, where he gets to talk a little bit more and complain more about Bobby East bringing out issues, saying that after all the issues, now not knowing which issues, and my issues ya Jaya, after Dear Brother, or my issues before Dear Brother, he says he tried to call Bobby East, but Bobby East never picked up. Therefore, he thinks that Bobby East did it a number yak. Those are issues that are coming out in Diary Part 7, and of course you have to look out for this particular song as we'll continue talking more about it. And of course, a big shout out to Cuthbert. Yeah, Cuthbert, good to know that you are watching right about now, all the way from NOLA, talking about trade fair. So if you are at trade fair, make sure that you visit our stand right there. Prime TV is there, making sure that we follow you where you are and get everything as it comes from you. Right about now, I'm being joined by Marijani. Wow. Trump, is it Trump up or Trump?
It's Trump X.
Trump X. All right, so he has a current brand new video that we'll be able to premiere today right here on The Lounge. And of course, talking a little bit more about him. Welcome to The Lounge for the second time.
Thank you very much, man. I'm on board.
All right, awesome. Where's your twin brother? Mostly you are the two of you.
Yeah, actually, the guy most of the time, like the guy is busy working. Like he's in Masoro at the moment working. So
okay.
Yeah, there's most times I do come alone.
Okay.
Yeah, because the two of us have got more like departments. Him does his own part, and for me,
you are more of promoting via media.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. And then also, let's get to it. Is it yesterday or the other day I saw you posting something like you've reached, is it 400 views, subscribers?
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah.
How is it feeling?
Like I feel great, like for me it's kind of unbelievable having 400 subscribers on YouTube. You know, it seems little, but for me it's kind of a big achievement.
Okay, at least you now get to see that people are appreciating what you are doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so let's talk about this current new single, this current new video that you are premiering today and that you want to promote. How is it like? What's the concept in it?
Interchange is more like, it's a video which we did with my homie from Pex. It's more like there's a lady, because our videos, they're all but ladies, you know, it's that's your head. So the jam is more like there's a lady whom you love, and then you yourself you have the money and the fame. Then the lady is kind of tripping, but the lady wants money from you. You're like, okay, come, then let's do this. Since I got the money, you are broke and you are cute, let's interchange. I give you the money, then you give me your cuteness. Let's interchange. We interchange. We interchange.
I love the term. I've got the money, you are broke.
So
what I want from you is your cuteness, and your love, and then I will pump you with money.
Let us interchange. I give the money, you give me the love, you interchange.
Okay, so is this a real life situation? Has this happened to any of you two guys, or maybe it's just something that you thought, let's get to talk about this?
No. Yeah, because nothing has ever happened. Just that, for example, become an artist, we need to be more creative. So okay, how about we just put this angle, like everybody talking about this, how about us we just like strive our own way from this side, let's just try to go to point B. Let's just try to do it this our own way.
Okay. Awesome. So I love the creativity, the fact that you had to look at, maybe it is happening to somebody, but you just thought of, okay, let's bring it out, let's try to do something like this. But how do you think the people would receive this particular song? Looking at it on the fact that it's more like you are promoting, who are these guys? My sugar daddies, because it's more like it's in that way to say sugar daddies, they get to spoil these young girls, this and that. How do you think the people will be able to receive the message in the song?
So far, I can't lie, the song, it's kind of doing great, because like the song, the audio, it has about 600 plays on this American website. It's SoundCloud, So I think the song is doing good. Like this is Zambia, and then come on, Zambia, they buy anything, they say to anything, and then more like the song is a dancehall. People just want to vibe with the beat. Because you know the way life is, because not everyone wants to eat carpenter. Some of them didn't eat beans. You know, not every time we just sing the same thing. At least let's somebody experience the different taste of music.
Okay, awesome. So what should people really look up to from you two guys looking at 2019? Should they expect you guys to get to collaborate with a big name in the game, or maybe you just continue being the two of you doing what you do best?
Okay, like that question is almost every fan of us is kind of asking us, so you guys do a song with J Cash, yeah, you know, do the, yeah, okay, like everywhere on Twitter, on Facebook, but as for now, like for now, like our own life, for now, like want to work with any big artists.
Meaning the whole 2019, they won't see you collaborating with the big
like
name
2019, if possible, even 2020, want to work with any big artist.
Why is that?
Because as for now, I think it's high time that we just, this time, like the guy that I want to say to know, I think we've seen like a lot of people who have worked with J Cash, or with Mike 2. I've seen those people, and up now, but still more blower. Yeah. So I was like, no, I think the best way that we can do, first, the two of us, first we make our own way first. Let's just make our own label, our own legacy. Like for real, like you're surprised that, do you know that our music so far, they even in US they play, they even do play in Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah, they're big, you know. So I would like, no, I think this year won't feature any celebrity, or even next year. Yeah, because this time our aim is just to make our own legacy, just our own background, our own foundation, and our own everything. Maybe to make bad. That's when okay, now let's just put in J Cash or Slap D in our songs after. At least we have got our own name first. Okay,
so but you as a group, with the type of music that you do, when you look out in the entertainment industry, whom would you really love to work with? Mapangi Kamanje, you big in the name with the type of music that you do. And then whom would you really want to feature, to say, you know what, no matter what, let's get to feature this one?
Local or international?
Let's put it local.
Local, I think I've been a fan of J Cash since way back.
Okay.
Yeah, way back. Yeah, I would like to work with J Cash.
So you get to listen to J Cash songs each and every day?
I'm a fan of J Cash, way back, big fan.
Whenever he's got something new,
I'm
updated.
Very big fan of J Cash. Like, can you remember even last year people used to call me J Cash? Yeah, I'm a fan of J Cash.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so how far would you love to see this, your brand new music video, to go? Many people, mostly they aim for Tracy Africa, MTV. How far would you love this particular one to go?
Okay, like, I think as we are just meant to aim international.
No.
I think for us, I think we're about to achieve what the Zone Farm achieved. Yeah, I think that, this time as well, this time we'll achieve more awards. We win award, international award, both locally and international. We're going to win a big award. That I promise you. That that we can, because I've seen our work. You've seen our work. What we do on TV, the shows. You see our like put in hard work. For us, we just aim international level. That's all.
All right, awesome. How can people get in touch with you, and how can they get your music?
Okay, on Facebook it's at Marijani. Yeah, but
kindly spell it.
Yeah, no. Listen, this time
it's easy. Simplified it, unlike the last time.
In case when you, in case when you want to search for Marijani, and then like it's kind of harder for you to search, just search Africa's Coolest. Yeah, and then it will come by the profile. Okay. But in case for those people, it's just so on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram. And by the way, so on Twitter, I've got 6K following, at least this thing guy that I made.
Okay, awesome.
So like on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, I am at Marijani. Marijani, it's MARRIGIANE. Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, it's at Marijani.
Okay, how can they get your music?
My music, it's only in the internet, I suppose. You just search for Marijani and Trump X, it comes, So in just
anywhere, they just go on Google and search.
Yeah. Marijani and Trump X, you just come, the videos and the audio, just pick which one of it do you want to search for.
All right, thank you for coming through. Although I'm itching to ask you one last question. We are talking about My Diary, and a whole lot of emotions are being poured out in My Diary. If given an invitation, would you really love to feature in My Diary and get to tell your story?
Yeah, I can tell my story, but I don't think that KB would allow me to tell my story. because
Why?
my story
Is
was
he
like
part
KB.
of your story?
Yeah, maybe
Oh.
that way.
Awesome. We have a lot more to talk about. We'll be able to invite you next time so that you get to talk about that story for KB. This is why we love this, the lounge. This is what we're all about. So great to have you, and we look forward to seeing you more on this particular show as you get to unveil your next projects.
Okay.
All right, so right about now, let's get to music promotion. Let's get to see what artists go through when they are promoting their music, when they want to sell their music. Let's go on music promotion, and then when we come back, me and PMC will get to wrap it up right here.
Abananchi kwena bali pampamu abanombala kwena naliramba ichi mopene mpoba ne na mapesi nalila bano kuswata bane
Musical promotion in Mwevantuye. But anyways, quite very interesting if you had to ask me. So he's on the street.
Trying to promote and sell his music. So nana kalimba na manyimbo yake yalira achamu na miming to his songs so that people get interested and get to buy. Ukali wa music.
But you know, again, someone was saying it's a wrong thing. You as an artist to go out in public and people seeing you every day like that.
Really?
Someone was saying it's a wrong thing. Public figures, vakamba tifunika wankala odula kuoneka ngaoneka pali ponse suzangala odula. But anyways, I love what he's doing though. I hope that it's gonna work at the end of the day, because I've seen one of the guys who sells on Salaula. He did a song called Boxes and Something. So he made a song out of his work, which was one of the biggest songs on the street. People were talking about it right there, and people love that song too much. So
yeah, true.
Maybe him as well on the street is gonna make an impact.
All right, so going through a few text messages that have come in. This one says, "Morning guys, I'm Fraser Jr. from Choma. You look dope, guys."
Thank you.
All right.
Keres of ZMed.
Oh yeah. And then this one says, "Hi guys, looking good, and think KB's Diary will be more in fire if it goes like that." From KC, aka Mr. Capital, aka Kapesha from Kitwe. All right. This one says, "Morning guys, looking dope, just enjoying the show. Trinity in Kafue. Good to know that Trinity you locked on." And then this one says, "I can be happy if you can call Charlie Koo on your show. I would like to watch him there."
Okay.
All right. We will look into it. This one says, "We was killed in Diary 7. Okay. And then this one says, "Hey guys, looking good. I think my diary, it's good. KB, don't stop because we are getting to know true stories about our Zambian musicians. As for the guy, what he did to Wills was wrong." Lex Chanda Chola from Matero. Good to know that Matero is locked on. This one says, "Hey, this is epic. I think the diary sessions are okay, so we know the stories behind, because most of the times we are left in suspense." This other one says, okay, so this one still asks about Stonebwoy and J-Rocks, if they did a song together. And then this one
Okay, so
says...
I'm trying to search right about now.
Okay, so Ndalama says, The Lounge, the best breakfast show ever. Shout out to you guys.
Thank you.
And then this other one says, loving the show. I am Isaac Big Great Chilembo from Lundazi. Good to know that Eastern Province is locked on right about now. And then this one says, in fact, this is...
It's there.
It's there?
Stoneboy, One and Only remix. So you can still get to access it on any internet channel. So that,
Okay.
yeah. So it's an old song. It was out in 2016,
Oh.
5th December.
Okay. All right, so the sponsor, Z-Med Demi, he says, regardless of whatsoever, J-Rocks is a hard worker. And then he says he needs the guy who was rapping on the street. I think it's about that guy. All right, and then this one says, big ups to the Devours, Yelesani from Lusaka. Any messages?
Okay, yeah. So Mwicha says, looking good. Thank you very much. We're looking out to you. And also for getting Taonga. It's great to know that you're watching as well. Saying, Mnaambi ni mazed made. The boutique. Contact us. We'll give you some.
Yeah.
We'll give you some. I wish we could get to read more messages. We have a lot that are coming through on our Facebook page as well. It's great to know that you've been super interactive. So apparently today we're not having the scoring messages, but I'm pretty sure next week we should get to have, when you send a message, it gets to scroll down right there, so that we can be able to just be checking out what you're sending via the screen as well, so that we can't read all the messages, but you're able to see them on the screen.
All right, so Kapunda, good to know that you are watching us all the way from Mamba. And of course, this is where we get to wrap it up right here. And it's a great shout out and a great look out to everybody that tuned in and made sure that they get to watch this particular episode of the show. And also, we promise that next week it's gonna be more epic and more awesome than this, as we have big plans and big surprises for you, our viewers. So if you want to get the surprise, make sure that you get to join us next week on a Friday like this one on the same time, 0730.
Can I say something?
If it's against me, I'm also saying something against you. You can say it.
Okay. If any of the producers upstairs gets this right, they're going to talk to about 10 kwacha.
Okay. Am I in as well? Okay.
Okay, you can't even answer that. But I need to hear someone scream.
Okay.
So can someone tell me what kuhu ni makwili means? Kuhu makwili.
What's that?
Okay, kwasira. So we keep that for next week.
What?
Kuhu makwili.
What's that language?
Makwili.
Is it a language? Lozi. Moses, please shout it out. I know you are there. What? Moses, it's what? Aenda.
Kuhu.
You are lucky Aenda, Moses.
Makwili. So we wrap it up like that. If you have the answer you're watching right about now, please send us in our inbox. I'm sending you some airtime if you get it right.
And it means it's what it is.
Okay, so we'll be back next week, same time, same place. KB is coming through next week.
You've ruined
It's
my
confirmed.
surprise. What's wrong with you?
The other surprise. There's another surprise. There's another
okay.
surprise. We out. It's another surprise.